Hi, everybody. I'm Christine Williams, broker associate with Florida Homes Realty and Mortgage, serving the Northeast Florida area, which includes Jacksonville and all of our beaches. So it's not Monday market update, it is Thursday. And let's talk about what's going on nationally as well as the local housing market. Should you put your house on the market? Should you buy? Should you wait till after the election? All these things going on in the year of the pandemic. So I'm not an economist. I have lived through, survived, and perhaps thrived, made it this far through all the different interesting, challenging times that we've had. Of course, the recession went on for years, and then 9/11 affected real estate, and now we have a pandemic. So what's going on? How is that affecting the real estate world? So again, I'm not here to show up with a crystal ball and predict what's going to happen in the future. I have no idea. All I can do is share the resources with the information with real data. And it is an interesting mixed bag. And then you get to make the decision if now's the time for you to sell your home or whether you should wait. My recommendation is based on the facts that if you're ready to sell, there's no time like the present. So let me share with you why that is. We will start with, let me go into right here. So look at this. Here in the local news in Jacksonville, one of the headlines is sale of new homes surged 4.8% in August. Now we're almost done with September, so I won't have any September statistics for probably 3 weeks or so. So we're still talking about August. And speaking of, I will say that myself and colleagues here in the North Florida area, while inquiries and showing appointments and everything are still solid, it seems to have slowed down a little bit since Labor Day. So that's just my personal observation of the local market. But back to new homes. Notice back from August again, new home sales rose by 4.8% to an adjusted rate of 1.1 million new home sales. So this followed a new home sales spike in July of almost 14%. So rapid growth during a pandemic when some folks were having to actually sell virtually. So what does this mean? First of all, let me go back to, let's talk about the new home market for a minute. So it would be in your best interest to hire a realtor, such as myself, to help you navigate through the new home process. It does not cost you extra. It is the same as if you were setting up showing appointments for what we call resale homes. So you will want somebody kind of working with you as the buyer to guide you through the process. The agents that you meet in the model homes are representing the builder and the builder's interest. So I'm going to start the process right there. If you are interested in resale or new, reach out to a realtor to help you with the process. So that being said, here's what's going on the new home side. I just helped some buyers lock down their new home this past Saturday. What's going on, my friends? You saw those amazing numbers. Homes are selling off the shelves. The reason that is there is so very little inventory on the resale side that we're seeing multiple offers time and again, and buyers, falling in love with the home, writing an offer. They're competing with 27 other offers. And even if they go in over asking price and do all these special things, they lose to an offer that's somehow more attractive to the seller. And it's frustrating, and that happens over and over. It's frustrating for the agent, it's frustrating for the buyers. So new homes are an alternative. So here's the challenge on the new home side now. Lumber, they're having a hard time getting lumber produced in time. The cost has gone up dramatically. So that will be passed on to the builder and in turn to the consumer, you, the home buyer. So here in our area in Northeast Florida, a lot of the builders have put sort of a somewhat moratorium on new builds. So if you want to go under contract, pick your lot, your floor plan out now so that you can close next spring, you may find that you're in a holding pattern for a little bit. What they are still doing is they're still moving their homes, what we call the inventory homes, the homes that are already permitted and in process. The challenge with those is it's almost like a resale home that nobody's lived in. All the features and colors have been picked out. So bear that in mind. The other challenge with new homes, and perhaps a resale home, is appliances are on back order everywhere too. So that's what's going on the new home side. So back to some general statistics in regards to what we call the resale homes. So check this out. Here in Florida, this is from the Florida Realtors, and this is a public article. As you probably are aware, single family homes, this is the resale, they went up almost 9% in Florida. The other numbers were national, and condo sales were up 10%. And then the whole article talks about how, you know, we surpassed sales numbers in spite of the pandemic. For example, this is year over year. So last single family homes rose 8.8% over August of 2019. So the other thing too is appreciation has skyrocketed. So the statewide median sales price for both single family and condos rose year over year as well. So for the median for Florida for the state is 300,000. Obviously that varies by area. So check that out. So here is another article to take a look at. Again, record home sales across the country. This is an article, sorry for the pop-ups. No, we don't want to subscribe over talking, do we? So this is a national article that the mortgage industry puts out. And again, talking about interest rates are so low. So that's one of the reasons that we're having so many buyers in the market, is interest rates are phenomenally low. So good things, right? We have very low interest rates. We have appreciation in homes. That's good for the seller. So that means obviously buyers are buying high. However, the interest rates are so low, they can probably get what we say more bang for the buck, right? And they can get a bigger house than they could have a year ago for the same payment. And at the end of the day, it's all about the monthly output, right? What can you afford on a monthly basis? Now, let me share with you another side of the coin. This article came out a couple of days ago as well through the Florida Trends magazine. So I want you to pay attention to this. So here in Florida, foreclosure filings are up. So I don't know if I can click specifically on this article. So this is from Florida Trends, and you can go find the whole article, and actually you can go to the source and it'll tell us more about it. So here's the deal. So the other side of the coin is Florida is one of the top, had some of the most foreclosure filings in August in the country. So only California beat us on that. And here is something to really pay attention to if you're here in the Northeast Florida area. Among metropolitan areas with populations greater than 1 million, which would be Jacksonville, the nation's worst August foreclosure rate, this is for the country, was Jacksonville, Florida. So what's going on, friends? So think about that. So here's the other side of what's going on. So we know there's been a national moratorium on not filing eviction on tenants that haven't been able to pay the rent. So let's think about that. There are plenty of folks out there, realtors included, folks with all types of professions who invest in real estate for maybe their retirement portfolio, or perhaps it's a hobby, or it's their investment nest that they use. So it's going to be very hard for folks who have maybe been furloughed or had their salary cut or have just the same salary to maintain their mortgage on their home, and then have to go and make the mortgage payments on their rental properties as well. So some folks are now having to figure out how to make 3 or 4 mortgage payments. So that's not going to happen. So some of those folks have just gotten behind since March. The other piece is, of course, is that some folks filed for forbearance of their mortgage. So remember, they went to the bank and they said, hey, I don't want to make my payment for 90 days. The bank said, fine, no problem. So some of those banks are tacking it on to the backside of the loan. And so they're just extending, the loan payoff date by 3 months, say. However, what some banks are doing is it was just a 90-day reprieve. So now those folks are getting a statement in the mail saying that they owe 3 months worth of a mortgage payment and one bulk sum. So obviously they're not going to be able to come up with that money either. So those are two of the situations which are causing concern that we need to take a look at, as far as how are things going to be in the real estate housing market nationally and in Florida, here in Northeast Florida in particular, moving forward, probably beginning in January when the eviction moratorium lifts. So I just want to give you all pieces of the pie, and really, if you are considering selling your home, now is when you want to do it. So obviously you want to sell high. So if you're selling and buying, then you're in a good position. You're selling high and you will buy high, but interest rates are low. If you wait until after the election, or you wait till January, or you wait till after the holidays, it could be an entirely different ballgame for you. So if you would like to talk about your particular situation, I would be happy to meet with you for a professional consultation. Christine Williams, broker associate with Florida Homes Realty and Mortgage. My cell is 850-508-6766, or feel free to email me, christinesellshomes@gmail.com. Take care, everybody.